The history of Guyana has been shaped by the participation of many national and ethnic groups, as well as the colonial policies of the Spanish, French, Dutch, and British. Welcome to Intoxicated TV. Today we are exploring the 6 ethnic groups of one of the last untouched countries in the world, Guyana, also known as the Land of Six Peoples. Do enjoy. Number 6. The Portuguese. In 1835, the Portuguese were among the first indentured workers brought to Guyana from the North Atlantic island of Madeira as an alternative source of labor after the abolition of slavery in 1834. Despite discrimination, by the end of the 19th century, the Portuguese were firmly established as an important part of Guyana's middle class and commercial sector, which allowed them to become one of the most economically successful ethnic groups in Guyana today, even with a small population. The Portuguese, just like the other ethnic groups, has continued to contribute towards the happiness and prosperity of the beloved, diverse paradise Guyana in many different ways. Number 5. Afro-Guyanese. Being descendants of the African slaves who were brought to the Guyanas to work on the sugar plantations in the 19th century, the Afro-Guyanese people are inhabitants of Guyana. From the unique and rich African culture, which was preserved from the might and determination showcased by their ancestors, Afro-Guyanese today have managed to exercise and regain some of their most prized heritage through education, indoctrination, and practice. Cultural food, music, and fashion are some of the essentials which the Guyanese society have enjoyed over the years, complements of the African influence within Guyana. These influences have also constructed a unique interest and urge for teaching of African culture within the Guyanese school curriculum. Number 4. The Chinese. A small group of indentured Chinese workers first came to British Guyana from the south coast of China in 1853 and is today the most acculturated of all the descendants of indentured workers in Guyana. Although the Chinese language and most Chinese customs, including religion, disappeared during the indentured servants era, today the Chinese culture within the Guyanese society is growing robustly. The current Chinese population is one of the major controllers of the retail and restaurant businesses and is a great contributor within the construction industry in Guyana, making them an important part of Guyana's economic growth. Number 3. Indo-Guyanese. The East Indians or Indo-Guyanese are the largest ethnic group of the Guyanese population and descendants of indentured laborers from India who arrived in British Guyana between 1838 and 1917 from South Asia. During the period of indentureship, the East Indians were permitted to retain some of their cultural traditions, which was the foundation of the sustainability of their culture in Guyana. Diwali, the Festival of Lights, and Pagua, also known as Holi, are 2 traditional holidays that were brought from India and are still celebrated by Guyanese throughout Guyana today. Indian Arrival Day is celebrated on May 5th, commemorating the first arrival of indentured servants from India to Guyana on May 5th, 1838. Number 2. The Europeans. Although Christopher Columbus sighted the Guyanese coast in 1498 during his 3rd voyage to the Americas, the Dutch were the first Europeans to settle in what is now Guyana. In 1616, the Dutch established the first European settlement in the then area of British Guyana, a trading post 25 kilometers upstream from the mouth of the Essequibo River, with an initial purpose of trading with the Amerindians. Although the French, British, and the Spaniards settled afterward, they still managed to play a major part within the development of Guyana, just as the Dutch did. Today, the names of the Dutch, the French, the British, and the Spanish can be seen all around Guyana as names of different villages, and there are still structures that bear the European influence. Number 1. The Amerindians. The Amerindians, who are indigenous to Guyana, settled here well before any other denomination and hold the honored position of being Guyana's first people. They are broadly grouped into coastal and interior tribes. The coastal Amerindians are the Carib, Arawak, and Warao, whose name comes from the three language families of the Guyanese Amerindians. The interior Amerindians are classified into 7 tribes: Akuayo, Arikuna, Barama River Carib, Makusi, Patamona, Waiwai, and Wapisiana. Both groups have been influential when it comes to promoting indigenous culture, which has allowed Amerindians to be integrated in one way or another into the national economic system of Guyana. The Amerindians have made significant contributions towards Guyanese culture, including the tasty national dish of Guyana, pepper pot. Was our list informative? For more about Guyanese culture, be sure to subscribe to Intoxicated TV. Thanks for watching.